the stream as it pulled me to California. I matched my pulse with the strokes, pushing and pulling to the rhythm of my destiny. Come to Hollywood land, they said. Make comedies. Conquer the world. Or at least that's what I thought when Mac and I created Keystone Studios together over in Los Angeles.
Mabel Norman is love.
Mabel's a traitor.
Mabel is a darling.
She's nothing but a self-destructive party girl.
She needed help.
She did it to herself.
She's got a job.
Let her.
All I can do is hold myself underwater, drown out the noise of the fallout and the fame. The journos want a story I can't give them. They want another angel for their city of angels, for Hollywood land. They don't tell you that the price you pay is to be slaughtered. So I survive under here. I'm still Mabel. But when I die and float to the surface, you'll have your angel.
Brace yourself, Roscoe, for this impending spectacle. We have Mabel as our damsel in distress. Her and her sister are tied to the train tracks and robbed of all their belongings by desperados. Luckily, our hero is strolling by. He thinks it's a hoax. He laughs at them, motioning them to stand up. Oh, but the train is in sight. Choo-choo! Barreling towards the two girls, our hero slaps himself in the face. Runs to them, trying to untie them. The girls get flung every which way. Oh, and with no time to spare, they escape the train.
That's great, Matt, but I don't know if it's funny enough just yet. How about hear me out? While the hero still believes that the girls are toying with them, he too will lie down on the tracks. He'll pretend to scream frantically as they are. Ah! And then when he sees the train, he saves the day.
Funny ideas, boys, but no one would believe that I would need saving. I will save myself. I will cut my sister and I from the tracks with my handy pocket knife that I keep in my boots. Then I will jump on the back of the train as it rips past, and I'll wave at the hero as he laments his shortcomings.
The hero needs to save you, Mabel. Helpless women are funny.
The damsel in distress is so cliche.
Please, Mabel. This movie will make us money. It's the California gold rush, and we're tapping.
You think I don't know that?
You gotta trust me.
We need something more relatable than desperados and train murderers. Maybe something sweeter. Maybe a romantic comedy. A wedding. Oh, Mac, it would be perfect. With our wedding approaching, it would be like a dress rehearsal for the real thing.
Train tracks trump a wedding, my girl. The people want action. I want action. Weddings are for boring people with boring lives.
There's nothing boring about love, Mac. Aren't I risking my life for you out on those tracks? Risk this for me.
So you'll do it.
I'll do it if you give the idea some thought. Besides, this is our fun factory, dear. It would not be a typical wedding. There would be cold feet and pratfalls and food fights. It would be the most wrecked but beautiful wedding the world has ever seen.
I suppose it could work. We can do both, but only if Bauman and Kessel agree to put it on the budget.
I'm done. Daddy has a soft spot for romance. So do I.
As long as I'm here, the train tracks will be the safest place in the world. I love you, baby.
You know how much I hate it when you call me that.
Then which would you prefer? My water bug? My little clown? The rose to my thorn, my queen?
Just call me your girl. And I will call you my flat-footed store detective, my spatting Irishman, my Maple Snot, my Napoleon Bonaparte, my nappy.
You are very, very cute. But not cute enough to lose the pretty dollar that floats to the sea as we speak. Let's get moving!
Finally, a good idea.
Oh, listen up, Roscoe, dear.
Of course, lady.
All right, I'm a bride whose great love has come to spoil the wedding. We can have Roscoe as the ex.
Right now, you're a babe tied to the train tracks alongside your sister. I have to give some thought to this wedding.
You conjured your picture 5 minutes ago. We have time to give mine 5 minutes, too.
Can we focus on what we're doing right now?
Fine. Then I'm a widow. My husband was killed by these desperados last year, and I've come to avenge his death. Unfortunately, my sister and I have gotten ourselves in a pickle, and now we're tied up too. This characterization requires painted toenails. Can someone get me that?
Oh, we can 100% fit that in the budget, my lovely, lovely girls. Betty! Get Mabel some ruby red. Daddy's pen.
Oh, what a cute little duck you are.
I am no duck.
Oh, how about a pigeon?
I'm no pigeon either.
Oh, so you're a swan. I love swans.
Do you? Do you love me?
I love you, Mabel. You know that.
But do you want to marry me? In front of cameras and the real thing. You seem to be getting cold feet earlier today.
The picture makes me nervous, yes, but it's nothing I won't risk for you.
Oh, then I am no bird at all. In fact, I am a flea. And if you don't stop petting me, I will crawl into your hair and pinch you to death.
Fleas don't get married.
This flea does. Hold your horses, mister. The wedding is only 3 days away.
I give you a piece of twine as a ring, and then try to get at you. What a man I am.
The ring is my favorite part. You know, today's gone faking. I think we can create something truly extraordinary if you let me work more closely with you. A real partnership. Look at what Griffith is doing. We could make an impact like that.
He's making pretentious baloney. We're making people laugh.
It's not pretentious or baloney. Mac, we could be on top. We could create something no one's ever seen before. Something funny, exciting, intimate.
Funny is all that matters.
I want to be more than just funny.
Listen, to conquer this business, we need to make money. When we get rich, we'll be the king and queen, and we can make whatever we want. But for now, you just need to make people laugh.
What a distinguished artist you are, Mac.
There were no dukes on the Mayflower, Mabel.
I'm no duke either. How about you let me direct this time?
The director needs to be behind the camera, not in front of it. You're our star. In front of the camera is where you need to stay.
Why are you hiding my ideas?
People need to see us as a unified force, my girl. You are more special on the silver screen than off. No one wants to see me get tied to the train tracks. They want to see you. All right, fine. We can direct together, but only for the wedding picture.
Thank you, Nappy.
Oh, there you are, Mabel. Meet our two new actors, Charlie and May.
Hello, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine, Miss Mabel.
I admire your wet greatly, Miss
Oh,
Mabel.
thank you. That's lovely to hear.
All right, getting straight to business. Charlie is our hero.
And May, you will be on the tracks with me.
Remember what I went over with all of you. Charlie spots the girls, does the gag, and then ties him in time to get out of the way of the train.
Unless you want blood on your hands, in which case, go ahead and just leave us here.
Get a wide shot of the girls getting untied.
Oh, and let's get a close-up on Charlie.
You are sounding more and more like that crackpot Griffin.
And what's the matter with that?
We are making a tapestry of comedy here, people. It's the human race and all its beauty, tragedy, and laughter. I don't have time for this. Make it funny. Action! Are you sure you're cranking slow enough? Film is expensive, man. You force that some foot and Reset? What are you doing, you dunce?
We only got 2 minutes till the train comes.
Action!
Oh, hello. Couple of dolls you are.
That was really close.
You bastard! You almost got my fiance killed!
We're okay, we're okay. I'm okay.
Well, you're dead!
I guess that's a wrap.
I am so sorry, Miss Mabel. Please don't fire me. I never meant to put you in danger like that. I can't go home.
Here you go, Charlie. They say beer is the proper beverage for crying in, but I prefer champagne, and it seems like you need it more than I do.
What if I'm not meant to be here? I mean, you leap on horses from behind, you gallop through overhanging trees, you dive off boards 50 feet high, you fly planes. I'm just Charlie, cowardly geezer from Walworth who can only play one part.
Maybe you are a little coward. Play that. Listen, if you're really serious about this, it's not about nailing the stunts and doing the gestures. It's about creating a character that audience members want to root for, that audience members see themselves in. That's how you'll keep those keisters in those seats. Take that drum character, for example. I liked it. Not the seediness and staggering of it. I liked how you were lost, naive. 1 minute you're sure, then you're unsure. That's a feeling anyone who's ever been on the drink would understand. It's relatable. Here. Wear these. And this. And this, because you're a serious English man. Oh. If being a coward is what's most tragic about you, make an exaggeration of it to expand over the entire silver screen. All stars are just exaggerations of themselves, you'll see.
What's tragic about you, Miss Mabel?
Trying to find dirt on me already. As long as you know what it is for you, you'll do great.
You're really something, Miss Mabel.
Oh!
you really think I can do this, Mabel?
And it doesn't hurt to get close with our sweet Ada. Her father basically funds this place, and if I were you, I would get close with the girl with the purse. You gotta do what it takes, Charlie. I'm rooting for you. See you on set for coverage.
Oh, it's you.
Great.
So I assume Jim both put us on this job? I thought you were in Washington to work on those political reports.
Don't remind me. Politics is for men, he says. This is the depth of degradation, the pinnacle of prostitution, the emblematic insignia of failure.
Who's spilling your coffee, princess?
Shut it, Dario.
Huh. Playboy of the movie world. Doesn't have such a bad ring to it. Besides, I am a bachelor by choice. Why do you think the women chase me? I only give them a little taste.
Well, I find you utterly distasteful, Herbert. Perhaps you should be an actor. It seems like you fit right in with this clown parade.
We hunt not! We went horse, nor hound, but hooked them by lady down to the ground! I think I'm gonna pass. Besides, someone has to write about it. You see, how is paid with blank sheets of white paper after all?
Yeah, it's 10% inspiration, 90% perspiration.
Lucky for me, I'm ready to work. They say that the coming of the motion picture is as impressive as that of the printing press. And I'll be damned if I'm left behind. Oh, don't be nervous, honey. Auditions are nothing to cry about.
Oh, is that girl? What did he do to her?
I don't care, but I'll be the first to write about it. Wait,
Ah, I love your coat. Birdolph Goodman? What are you doing with someone in here?
I don't know anymore. Hi, my name is Adela. Adela Rogers St. John. I'm a journalist for Photo Magazine, but my colleague got here first, so I'm likely gonna have to leave. And I'm a political journalist. Anyway, I'm not the right fit for this kind of work.
Nonsense! I saw how you wielded your tongue against that guy. If your pen is as sharp as that trap of yours, you're in the perfect place. People are doing some amazing things here, and I get the pleasure of watching. Soon the world will be watching as well. Oh, I'm Ada Bauman. I'm actually here with my father is Charles Bauman. He's the big man.
Your father is Charles Bauman? Talk about slumming it. Shouldn't you be advanced with all of the other respectable women your age?
My face is such a snore. I like to hear what the action is. Nothing real interesting happens in New York anymore. I convinced Daddy to let me stay here and learn the biz as long as I report back to him on how they're using his money.
I see. So what exactly do you find interesting about the activities here?
Wow. No one's ever asked me that before. Let's see. Take Mabel, for instance. You have heard of the Mabel Normans, right? She does everything. Sometimes she's a princess, sometimes a race car driver. It's real inspiring to me.
Mabel is certainly incredible in her pictures.
Oh, she's a firecracker. And her Maxena getting hitched in a few days. I'm Oh, that's lovely to hear. I will lead you her way.
The reporters tell me I'm special, but I think they confuse me for the characters I play. I'm no royalty or cowgirl. I'm just Mabel. They don't actually want to know who I am, they just want a story. So I give them that. Here's how I deal with the journos. Number 1, always turn up late. Number 2, I pretend I have to take a very important phone call and then go chat with Roscoe in the hall for about an hour. This usually scares them off. If those two fail, I tell the pressman I only have time for 10 minutes, and I set my clock. Then, when the timer goes off, I stand up, announce loudly that my chocolate cake is being delivered, and in times of great joy, great sadness, and great hunger, I seek solitude. It's great fun, actually. Honestly, spilling my guts to those sensationalist muckrakers would be like cutting my own throat.
I have someone to see you, darling.
Hi, Mabel. My name is Adela Rogers St. John. I'm a journalist from Photoplay magazine. I was wondering if I could get a word from you about a piece I want to write about your operation here at Keystone. Do you mind?
Miss Adela, my apologies, but these things are usually scheduled in advance.
You gotta talk to her, Mabel. She seems real smart, and you would like her.
Suppose 10 minutes couldn't hurt? Absent?
Please, take a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
I'd rather stand, thank you.
All right. The world loves to watch you dance around the silver screen, but we want to know what goes on behind the cameras. So, tell me about yourself. We'll start simple. Where did you grow up?
Great question. I was raised by a political family in Philly. My father was a congressman and a wildlife taxidermist. We frequented the Great Lakes a lot, where I would mix the soup with the water with my soup for a little extra flavor. I was rich. No, I was an orphan and worked in a shoe factory through most of my adolescence. I once lived off a diet of nothing but ice cream and sourdough bread. Oh, what does it matter? You watch my films and you laugh.
I heard you're from Staten Island.
What's compelling about Staten Island? You people write facts and fictions for your fannies, right? Just write the fiction plots about me.
Mabel, why twist the truth when the great stories lie just beneath the surface? You and I are the same. We had to deal with a lot of setbacks to get where we are. I know how difficult it can be to be undermined all day about what to do, what to wear, how to act, but you want more than that. I know ambition when I see it. So why don't you tell me about all the things that tried to hold you back and how you overcame them?
I'm just me, Adela. I'm sure you will be disappointed.
I've been here for no more than a few minutes. I can already tell that you have a galaxy of genius and creativity and pinky finger. I want to paint you as you are, Mabel. While the girls out there may sigh for the actors they want to be, the actresses, I can tell them what kind of woman they want to be, and we can encourage the next generation to be strong and kind and to go after what they want, just like us.
You're good. I will help you. But my chocolate cake is being delivered, and I can only eat in silence with my taxidermy squirrel.
Unlike anyone I've ever met, you are a pixie, one of the fairy folk.
No. I'm just hungry.
She's a slap from a perfume can. You know what? She's the girl on the cover.
Mabel just showed me cocaine. This is a revelation. No, I did bowl up. I went out there looking like a lunatic, coked up and out of my mind. It was funny to them. For the first time.
That's incredible, Charlie.
I know. I should tell someone, right? I mean, she can't just do that and be amazing and not tell anyone about it.
Well, she showed you.
Yeah, she did.
What would you do to be as great as she is?
I don't know. Act really good.
I mean, how far would you go? What would you risk?
Well, Mabel told me to do what it takes.
Max auditioned in me. He thinks I have what it takes to be great.
Nay. That's incredible. What are you up for?
I don't think he's just auditioning me for a picture. I think he's looking for a new star. A new Mabel. He asked me to pose for him in his office for the new Bathing Beauty picture. I thought it'd be a good opportunity for me to get more work, but he locked the door behind me as soon as I walked in and asked me to take my clothes off. He said I was beautiful, that I looked like an angel. He said all the close-up should be on me. He looked so hurt when I left.
You left? Why'd you do that?
I was uncomfortable and nude.
He basically just admitted he wants you to be his next star.
So that's your answer.
What?
You think I should do whatever it takes.
I think it depends on how much you want this.
I really want this. Would you do it?
With Mac?
How about with Mabel?
I'd be blind and not want to do it with Mabel. She'd never go for me.
Well, I guess you don't gotta do what I gotta do, but I saw that reporter guy earlier. Herbert? He's been looking for a story. Tell him what Mabel showed you. Give him something to write about.
All right.
I gotta find Mac.
Mabel, thank you for meeting with me. I heard you don't like doing interviews, so I greatly appreciate you sitting down with me.
What did you write? What is this?
It's an article, an expose, if you prefer to call it that, about your work here at Keystone.
How did you... Oh,
You see, I thought it would be more appropriate if I came here first, before my editor publishes it to the world. I want to propose a deal to you. If you can find me a juicier story about one of your colleagues, I will publish it. But I do have to say, I am very, very proud of this one.
people at home don't want to hear that their favorite star is only funny because she's doped up. That's not the kind of message you want to send.
I'm not Adela, sweetie. I'm not here to make people comfortable. You see, a juicy story, it goes worldwide. But a comfortable one, it sits on the kitchen table waiting to be thrown away.
If you wanted a juicy story, you should have gone to the Saturnalia party at the Montmartre the other night. I could have sworn I saw you there. I was so coked up, and maybe my eyes deceived me, but I could have sworn I saw you kissing a tall, broad woman with short hair. You know, now that I think about it, I don't think that was a woman at all.
What are you saying?
We all have our secrets and our fun, and if yours is getting down with sexy male actors, then who am I to judge?
Please, please don't say anything, especially to Adela. I'm begging you. It would ruin our lives, Mabel. And I'm in love. And what's the crime of being in love? So please, I'm begging you.
He's a handsome guy. You're a lucky man, Herbert. You're not going to read this in any fanny. But my father had that shining quality about him, too. I could see why my mother fell in love with him. But love comes and it goes. And it's often the ones that you love the most that end up hurting you the most. My mother was 13 when she was married. And when my father fell out of love with her, she became the most bitter and wretched woman. She saw him in me, and this must have been too much for her because she took the first opportunity she could to send me away from him to a convent. She would visit me monthly, scold me on how unladylike I was. I guess we all have shame that we'd rather keep buried. Careful, you'll catch a fly.
Here. I want you to have this. I was, for your wedding. I was gonna give it to her mom, you know, like her own marriage vows, but you know how it is. Maybe I'll share a little bit of your happiness by seeing it on you.
I'd be happy to. I'll make you a deal. You keep my secret, and I'll keep yours. Do we have an understanding?
We do.
Married, and Roscoe, as my jealous ex, has come to crash the wedding. Now Roscoe will grab the fake wedding custard pie, throw it at the happy couple, we duck as it strikes our priest, played by Charlie.
Why am I the one who's getting pie?
Do train tracks ring a bell to you?
Anyway, today is a day of joy, so let's have fun, celebrate.
And make it fun!
Let's get started. Action!
We are gathered here today to take
Cut! This time, make it funny, Charlie.
Action!
In the bonds of matrimony, we are gathered here today.
I object to this wedding!
Dear God!
Please excuse him. Do you, Mabel, take Mac to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Do you, Mac, take Mabel to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I don't. Improvise. Cut! When an actor improvises, you guys have to keep it going. I'm sorry, Mabel. Just trying something out. I thought it would be funny.
Why does everything have to have a punchline? This was supposed to be a dress rehearsal for the real thing.
This isn't the real thing. This is just a fiction.
Just a picture. Now it's just a picture. You're full of shit.
Mabel, stop. I'm carrying this with me everywhere I go. I don't want to wait another second. I got a ring. An actual ring. Who needs a practice wedding? We could just invite all the same people. This is our church. This is our wedding.
It's perfect.
Everyone, we're going for another take.
All right, everyone.
We are gathered here today to
I object to this wedding!
Fuck! Do you, Mabel, take Mac to be your lovely wedded husband?
I do.
And do you, Mac, take Mabel to be your lovely wedded wife?
I do.
That's a wrap.
Wedding bells for Mac and Mabel, the next big thing.
The king and queen of comedy.
Silly soulmates united in matrimony at last.
Let me see your knees, honey.
My knees. Is that all you want to see? Why did you go through with it?
What?
Why did you marry her?
You know how it is, May.
I don't. Why did you make me do all of this if you were just gonna leave me for her?
I didn't make you do anything. You wanted this as much as I did. Anyhow, we aren't legally married yet. Not until we sign the papers.
You said I do. Hell, you gave her a ring.
What does it matter? You're my muse, May.
You told me I was your next star.
Babe, if this feels good, why can we forget about the world outside of this room? It doesn't matter if I'm married or not. Hey, come on. We'll make our picture shine. You inspire me to do what needs to get done to make it out here. There are no rules, May. I'm not tied down. Can't you see how special that is? We are the creators of this land. We are the conquerors. We are the gods. Be my goddess, May.
Your muse or your goddess?
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
I want you to be mine. I want everything of yours to be mine.
What does everything include?
Well, I can start by claiming this is mine. And this is mine. And this is mine. Now you're all mine.
All yours?
Snappy, are you in there? I thought we were meeting at my place after the ceremony. Charlie said you had a surprise for me.
Honey, I'm just, oh God. Honey, I'm just setting up for a wedding night in here. Damn, Charlie, for ruining the surprise. If you just give me 5 minutes, it'll be ready. You need to go out the window.
What? No.
Who the fuck is that?
You need to leave now.
How dare you, you son of a bitch! You said you loved me!
Oh, I do love you.
You're a liar. And you.
Oh no. Mabel.
We wish for the sun and the moon to come together in harmony. Two powerful beings, united as one, share a kiss. But an eclipse only brings darkness. One overshadowed by the next. Till there's nothing left.
about an orphan girl who gets adopted by an aristocratic family. She ends up falling in love with this gentleman. You see, but there's a bit of an entanglement because he ends up falling for another girl. In the end, he chooses her and they run away happily together. I have so many great ideas for it.
You're not doing anything too strenuous, right? The doctor had very specific orders.
Yes, take all the meds, no strenuous activity of any kind, no hard work, no fun.
Mabel, I'm serious. God, I can't even think about it. If Mac hadn't called Ada and Ada hadn't called me, I wouldn't have been able to find you, and you could be dead.
I'm fine, Adela, really. You don't have to worry.
Has Mac visited you?
He sent flowers.
So he could tell everyone to come see you, but not do it himself. How tragic.
The only thing tragic about me is not knowing how the story ends. And he did write to me. Eventually. He sent a letter to my dressing room trying to fix things. It's all bullshit. He just wants me to make him money, and I'm no show pony. So I negotiated. Bumped my pay to $1,000 a week and even secured my own soundstage. And to my surprise, he agreed. What an idiot.
You need to leave Keystone. You could get all of that elsewhere.
Don't be silly, Adela. You know how it is. I can make my own films here. I can't anywhere else. Seeing Mac's sorry face in passing and dealing with his desperate apologies is a small price to pay.
You wouldn't know a setback would smote you.
If I have to say it, I will never work on another picture with him again. Isn't it great? Is it taken care of?
Yes. Ada and Roscoe helped me put out a statement saying that there was an incident on set with the custard pie thrown gone wrong. No one will know about it, I promise. And Mac and May vowed to keep their silence too. Those fools.
Adela, the chocolate cake is being delivered. You know the drill. Squirrel, solitude. Right. It didn't take long after I was sent to the convent to find a place to be alone. There was a lake below 2 beautiful willow trees. I would sneak away while the nuns were doing their daily prayers. It's my little secret. I would let the cool water cover my skin, let it pull me down. Because under there, it was like time and space could pass me by and I would be preserved in the undertow forever. I knew the water would be a place that I would start and end my life in. A place I could return to when I was finished living. On the night we filmed my wedding, I went to the pier. Let out a breath, as I always do before I dive. And I took my biggest and last leap into the waves. The water shocked my system, and I let it pull me down, down, down. So the lights on the dock were nothing but a memory of above. The voices in my head silenced as my vision turned fuzzy. Funny, I'd never felt so alive. I opened my eyes for one final glimpse of the moonlight. When a dolphin circled me. I had never seen a dolphin swimming all alone before. A girl without her pod. Swimming regardless of loneliness. A fierceness in her eye. She nudged my body upwards, encouraged me to create strokes toward the surface, rejoin the world again. In the hospital, they told me I was sick. They said they're glad they caught it when they did because tuberculosis is nothing to joke about. They said I would never be able to have children. And that I would spend the rest of my short life watching myself fall apart. Figures. Why would the dolphin save me? Why would she let me rejoin a world that has no place for me? But then I remembered that she can keep swimming. And I can too. I can make art if it's the last thing I do. And I can help the girls find joy in their wretched lives too. Mickey is me above the water. Instead of sinking, she flies.
Daddy accused of violent crime. Rape and murder in Tinseltown.
Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle, motion picture actor, will be formally charged in police court for the investigation of the murder of Miss Virginia Rapay, motion picture actress. We are here to seek justice for her untimely demise, and we will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that Mr. Arbuckle is responsible for her death.
Tragedy wipes the smile from Arbuckle's face. Conviction on a murder charge means death in the gallows.
What is going on? They got Roscoe for murder. Say, killed a girl at that party at the St. Francis. Gotta do something.
This can't be right. Roscoe's not a murderer.
Silence in the courtroom! The evidence speaks loudly against Mr. Arbuckle.
The injuries sustained were consistent with that of rape and violent assault. The bladder displayed visible rupture, indicating force.
Miss Rapay admitted to the impropriety of her relations with Mr. Arbuckle that night in the hospital before her passing. Actions she claimed were involuntary. And to make matters worse, she was carrying a child.
They're accusing me of a crime I did not commit. A woman I didn't even know. This is the most ridiculous, disgusting story. It's made up.
You said you could do anything you wanted to her.
Well, it's true with stars.
It's true with stars.
Do you consider yourself to be a star?
Of course.
You crushed her with your body.
You said you'd throw her out of the window if she kept screaming.
It's all hearsay.
Daddy's gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him!
It was meant to be a small get-together to celebrate my latest picture, laughter, music, and camaraderie. I swear that I am innocent of all charges. I am not a monster. I did not set out that evening with malice in my heart. There is no evidence that I intended to harm Miss Rapay.
Max Sennett, take the stand.
As a witness, what do you have to say about this?
The prosecution paints this town as a picture of excess, debauchery, and men out of control. I swear that Roscoe, nor the rest of us here in Hollywoodland, are any of those things. We are good men. Yes, there was drinking, and yes, there was revelry, but it was not a den of iniquity, as some of you may believe. We were just having fun.
Yeah, this is all a misunderstanding. I stand before you an innocent man, with his life turned upside down, pleading for justice to prevail.
What do you think, Mabel? Is Fatty capable of committing this crime?
He helped shape this place. He has only ever been kind to me. I believe him to be a good man. He couldn't have done this. Let me down. Sorry.
The jury finds Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle not guilty.
Waiter! Can I order two Coca-Colas, please?
Yes, sir. I'll get it from the back. A Coca-Cola for you.
My gorgeous cokehead.
What the fuck, Mac?
You get it? Because you can't buy alcohol anymore, and Coca-Cola sounds like Coke, which you also can't buy anymore.
What the
and
hell is wrong with you?
Trying to lighten the mood.
Oh.
You were really great tonight. I would have stayed awake for the whole picture if it wasn't for that dreadful Mary Pickford cutting all your shots. I mean, they must be really selling that virginal anti-Who story because that was absolutely horrendous. I mean, so boring. I guess it's good for business, but yuck.
Maybe you should take some notes from Griffith. After everything with Roscoe, it might be good to do some rebranding. Make the content at your fun factory a little more family-friendly.
Don't you start too. I'm not selling some childish tiddlywinks here. I'm selling comedy. Racy is my brand.
Was your brand.
Waiter! Waiter! Can I get some more bourbon? I mean Coca-Cola, please.
Yes, sir. Oh.
That bastard has ruined everything.
Roscoe has ruined everything? To me, it looks like you dug your own grave and now you have to rot in it. Don't start acting so high and mighty like you've done nothing wrong. You're just as low as he is. You really should have listened to Mabel. The world is changing and you have to too. Otherwise, it's gonna leave you in your graveyard of a studio behind. It is time to grow up, Mac.
Wait, Mabel! Don't leave. We haven't had dessert yet.
Mabel.
May.
You're not a good man, Mac. Roscoe is not a good man. Hell, he killed a girl. And your only thoughts are how to fix the situation to stay on top. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
Thank you for taking me home, Ada.
Home? Where are we?
This is the newly minted Mabel Norman Feature Film Company. I plan to add a lot of warmth to this drab place. I never understood why a studio should be an unlovely barn of a place just because it's made of wood. Now, there's a lot to do, and the night is still young, but first, music.
The night is young. It's 5 a.m. Daddy takes his first meetings at the swimming pools in 1.
Some people hate jazz, but those are the same people who can't dance. Oh, you something. I've been thinking about who I want to shoot Mickey. And I have all these men in my ear yapping, demanding I do something different. But what I really want is for them to just go away. What I really want is for you to shoot this for me. You know as much about cameras here as anyone. We could make the first all-female crew and really make history. What do you say?
I would love to. But wait. My daddy has a colleague in personal branding and counseling, and he goes by William D. Taylor. I met him when I was small, but he seems really smart and nice. And he helped my daddy when I was on break, which made Mom real happy. If you give him a call, I'll help you with Mickey. You need more people who are on your side, Mabel. More people who will help. I'm worried about all of us girls here. If we want Mickey to do well, we gotta do what we can to keep safe. So, my daddy, he got me gun with the whole Roscoe situation happened. It's so that'll scare him off before this fight biscuits take their faces to me. Oh, it's a real confidence builder. Take it. You don't have to burn powder, but you'll feel good with some protection on you.
I don't need one of those. I got 2 fists that work just as well.
Oh, it's no joke. Don't feel bad taking mine. I can give Daddy another one. Oh, and good night. Good morning.
Charlie! Thank you so much for stopping by.
Hi, Mabel.
Wow, you look swanky. You look like you have a neon-lit PhD sign hanging off your shoulders.
I'm sorry I haven't been around in a while.
Don't worry about that, sweet. You're really doing it now. I saw that interview you did with Photoplay. You were incredible. I've never been more proud of you. Hey, listen, I don't blame you for leaving, kid. Heck, if I could, I would have too.
What's with all the books?
Oh, sorry about that. My friend is helping me expand my creativity. I can now read a whole book in under an hour, and I've never felt more motivated in my life.
What's this one about?
That is Freud's interpretations of dreams. I'm learning about how people are the way they are. I think it may be the key to acting. I never went to any of those fancy theater places, but I think I got it.
Who's this guy helping you? Are you his girl?
No, Charlie, his name is William Taylor. He's a freedom fighter for us picture artists. He wants to free all artists of censorship. It's incredible. And he wants me to lead the charge of the efforts, and he wants Mickey to be the centerpiece of all of it. I brought you here because I have the perfect part for you and Mickey. It's not like anything we've ever done before. It's both comedic and tragic. What do you say?
No. I appreciate the offer, truly, Mabel, but I've been doing some thinking lately. About life, about the industry, about where I fit in all of this.
That's great. What did you come up with?
I prefer to think of the earth as an underworld for the gods. When the gods go slumming, they come here. So I've aimed all my comedies at satirizing the human race, exposing its flaws and absurdities. And the people laugh, not even recognizing their own hypocrisy. I exaggerate the weaknesses in myself, as you've taught me. But I've realized something.
What would that be?
You've become a true hypocrite, Mabel. All this talk, the new picture of liberation, sleeping around with some drug dealer.
I'm not sleeping with nobody.
You truly are the madcap everyone's been saying you are. And I won't ruin my reputation by being in another Normand picture.
Charlie, please don't do this. This film is going to be groundbreaking. I need you to be a part of it.
No, thank you, Mabel. But it's a no. Thank you. Thank you for teaching me how to take risks. Thank you for teaching me how to be great.
William, open up. I need you right now.
It's really not the best time.
No, I want to be sober. Please help me sober. I want to keep working. I want to be sober. Please, please, please help me.
Then we're going to get you off of it, honey. Don't worry. I'm here. I have to go back inside for just a second, okay? I'll be right back, I promise. It's just something I gotta take care of.
What are you doing here? You have to go. I have to go? Madame, please don't stop. Wait, wait!
William Desmond Taylor, mysteriously killed. Picture girl only witness. Madcap Mabel, the drugged up little star, is now suspect to a murder. Here's what Charlie Chaplin has to say about it.
Yes, she was a mentor. But she terrified me. She used cocaine to be funny in her pictures and tried to get me on it myself. I left Keystone because she made it such a den of immorality. Now the saying she could have killed a man. Off the record, I wouldn't put it past her.
The dolphin kept swimming. The dolphin kept swimming. The dolphin kept swimming.
I'd like you to be early.
This is business, Mac. What did you need?
It's about Mickey. I've been trying to get it in the theaters, but it's proven to be impossible.
I've got a great film on my hands, Mac. People need to see it.
The theaters won't touch it. They say it's too controversial that no one wants to watch a whole feature of a comedy based on one girl. Besides that, with your reputation, they won't have it.
This film is groundbreaking, Mac. You can't let them bury it.
It's not just the theaters, it's the distributors, the critics. No one wants to touch it, all right? They're afraid it'll hurt the box office. They're saying you're too unpredictable, too wild. They've blacklisted the film, especially what these new headlines are saying about you.
How about we premiere it here? Okay, a limited run at Keystone Studios. The world will get a glimpse and they'll change their tune.
Sorry, Mabel, but I won't be doing that. Keystone has decided to expire on Mabel Norman Studios. It's too risky for you to be running the studio all alone in all this chaos. We need to think about your career, your reputation.
Reputation. What reputation, Mac? You let them define me. You let them call me a doped-up little murderess on a killing spree. That story surpasses the absurdity of the pictures we used to make together. No, Mickey will show them the real Mabel. Mickey is my reputation.
It's out of my hands. Right now, we need to think about your career, your reputation. We need to get you clean, be better. I love you my baby, and with time we can get back to where we were before. It'll be all right.
You love me because I am shunned. You love me because you own me. You never truly loved me before. Oh, look, my work, my art is under your name now. Your girl, Mabel, now your girl more than ever.
Don't talk to me like that in my own studio.
Keystone was never yours to claim, it was ours. We were supposed to make comedies together. It was a shared effort of our shared love. I now see the kind of artist you are, Mac. I doubted it before, but I now see how truly genius you are. I am your greatest work. You wanted me as your prop, your damned muse, but not as your partner. You got everything you wanted.
I got you here. I'm the only reason you're anybody. You ruined the chance I gave you.
You let them sneer and smear me. You ruined my chances because I am unable to be controlled. They have deemed me uncontrollable. You know what uncontrollable is? Uncontrollable is death. Uncontrollable is dangerous. Uncontrollable is drugs and sex and death and math.
I never wanted to hurt you.
How dare you? What a story you have now, huh? You can tell the world that I am your great love lost, that you really tried, but I am just some helpless, uncontrollable girl who you couldn't save. Take my name, take my pictures, you've won. You can have that girl. But one thing is for certain, the real Mabel will never, ever go back to you. Howe's explosive unveiling. The truth behind Mabel Norman's madness. Mabel Norman, haunted by a tumultuous childhood and imprisoned in an oppressive convent during her formative years. Haunted by the shadow of a disapproving mother. Her psyche etched with the scars of a fractured family. The girl she schooled with called her chilling words.
We're gonna
Kill you, you little cow. Stretch you out on the rail track and let a train cut you into 3 pieces. And to top this torment, her fractured relationship with her beloved Max Sennett was the catalyst for her descent into madness. My tragic life for the world to see. How could you?
You took everything from me.
You had no right.
I had my reasons.
To sell more papers? To join the world in calling me out of my mind, capable of murder?
The world turned on me, just as it's turning on you now. And it's your fault.
What are you talking about?
I got your letter. You signed it, your girl. As if I wouldn't have known who exposed my secret. Ramon left me. And I don't know where he is. Or if he's safe.
I didn't send any letter.
I only told you.
who sent that letter.
Mabel? Is that you, honey?
I wish you just left me on that pier. Wish you wouldn't have saved me. I don't belong to this world.
What happened to the girl who could keep going setback after setback?
She's so tired.
Mabel, I need you to stay strong for all of the people out there who still love you. Every theater on this planet has men and women cheering for you. Nothing anyone will ever write about you will change that.
That is not what you used to say about reporters like you. People read your words and they listen. Good or bad press doesn't matter. Besides, ovations are for ideals, not people. The applause is the real drug. It tricks people into making them think they're something special. And I don't want to be known as some madcap or angel. Just Mabel.
All God's women have wings, my girl. Some choose to fly closer to the ground, and some, like you, soar so high that they get scorched by the burning sun. You were born and will die a part of the stars, a celestial being just like the rest of us, regardless of if you like that or not. I don't want to be a part of anyone else's story.
Roscoe's story. Charlie's story. William's story. Herbert's story. Mac's story. I'd rather be called crazy than roped in as one of his girls, his damned muse.
We all have chapters in our lives that we'd rather not be written by other people. Life doesn't give us much, but it gives us pens. Mac's story is one of your past, but your future is a blank white piece of paper waiting for your words. Here. Take this. What kind of story do you want to write? Controlling factor of all the world's destiny. All women are born great.
It was the comics who controlled the motion pictures in the beginning. It was that laughter, the real spirit, lifts and laughter that can mitigate tragedy and wipe away tears.
Like a meteor, which burns itself out by the very speed which gives it light. Mabel Normand has been burned out.
Mabel Normand, who Mac Sennett loved his entire life, and yet he was to destroy her, as all the other men in her life did. It's what the mortals always do to the elves and the pixies and the fairies. And there are no such thing as elves, fairies, or pixies, though we try to believe it.
Well, there is a strange people who don't quite fit in. Mabel Normand was one of them. Too full of life, passion, too naive, too hopeful, too generous for her own good, too willing to take chances on people who didn't deserve it.
One day, people will look back and remember Mabel for the work she did to create the films that changed the industry forever. But in her lifetime, she was forgotten. It's the mark of a martyr. She suffered for being ahead of her time. Her world was not ready for her.
Mabel's film, Mickey, was released by Mac Sennett at Keystone Studios a few years later. So the studio was surprised. It was a bigger hit than anyone could have ever imagined. It grossed a whopping $12 million. Estimated to be $18 billion today. And it stayed in theaters for 4 years, as every time it was removed, the public demanded it be brought back. This was the film that cemented Mac Sennett with the title of King of Comedy. He held that title high over his head for the rest of his life.
Unfortunately, the goal of freedom from film censorship was snuffed out alongside William Desmond Taylor. The moral grounds on which film censorship stood on condemned anything that fell outside of the American Christian ideal. This included the workers who created those pictures.
What's more immoral than an unpredictable woman running things?
This effectively reestablished control over Hollywoodland and bottlenecked an entire medium. Mabel rode on horses and drove planes. The actresses after her kept their places inside bedrooms and kitchens. Mabel and William were never able to accomplish their goal, and still today, women in the film industry have to fight for the equal opportunities in high-powered positions that were taken from them.
Mabel Normand was one of the first women to direct and produce in Hollywood, and has shown us all that it is possible. But a lot more work needs to be done so we don't relive hers and countless others' ill-fated stories. Mabel Normand died on February 23rd, 1930, at age 37 of tuberculosis. She fought her whole life against her disease and substance abuse issues. She died after finding sustained love with Lou Cody. Max Sennett said he never stopped loving her. Charlie Chaplin wrote chapters about her in his autobiography, but they were removed by his editors and publishing team to protect his brand and reputation. We do not know what was included in the manuscripts. After Mabel's death, all that remained were questions of scandals. In a few years, the stories that hid her from succeeding generations were all that was left of her.
When I am dead, my dearest, sing no sad songs for me. Plant thou no roses at my head, no shady cypress tree. Be the green grass above me, in rain dewdrops wet. And if thou wilt remember, and if thou wilt forget, I shall not feel the shadows, I shall not feel the rain, shall not hear the nightingale sing on as if in pain, and dreaming through the twilight that doth not rise nor set, happily I may remember